Hello, I am Alexandra Woodyer Sherron, the President and CEO of Empress Royalty. We attended this conference for the first time last year and happy to be back again this year. Rick significantly increased his position in Empress in the fall. So I would love to explain to you why Rick became a shareholder and how we offer you a strategic approach to investing in gold and silver. We are listed on the TSX-V under the symbol EMPR and the OTCQX under the symbol EMPYF. So here are our forward-looking statements. I encourage you to have a read of these. They're also available on our website, as I will be making forward-looking statements throughout the presentation. So Empress, our value proposition. Empress creates new royalties and streams to get mines into production or to expand upon production capacity, which results in strong returns for its shareholders. We have a globally diversified portfolio of assets, precious metals, royalty, and streams, which have the potential to generate significant revenue. We're currently generating revenue now, forecasting over $50 million over the next 5 years. We also have a robust pipeline of opportunities to further grow the portfolio. Our team, we have over 250 years of experience, completed over $6 billion in mining finance transactions with a track record of success. We also have a strategic partnership with Endeavor Financial, which we'll explain more later, which provides us with exclusive access to deal flow. So what are royalties and streams? Our royalties where we invest in a company, a mining company, and we receive a percentage of revenue from production. A stream is where we invest in a company and we're able to buy gold or silver at a discounted price. And by discounted, we pay 20% of spot, which means we're getting an 80% discount on that gold and silver. And at Empress, we do a combination of both. Here we've got two charts. The first one is showing the royalty companies outperforming gold. We're looking at the royalty index versus the gold price versus the gold miners ETF. In the second chart, we're looking at the life cycle of a royalty company. We compared Maverick, Metalla, Sandstorm, some of the middle-sized royalty and streaming companies, and they've been able to accelerate to stage 2 rapid growth. We've only been around for 2 years. We believe with our focus on revenue and with our team, we should be able to quickly accelerate to that stage 2 rapid growth. Benefits to a shareholder. You're getting direct exposure to gold and silver through the streaming and streaming credits and the revenue from the royalties. You're protected from inflationary costs compared to mining companies, and again, we pay a low percentage of spot price. The present portfolio has an average returns in excess of a 30% IRR, and you're getting access to a globally diversified portfolio leveraging off our experience. So there's a lot of new entrants in the last 2 years, especially in the junior side, the royalty and streaming space. We believe that there are 3 types. There's the exploration generation, early stage, typically inexpensive to acquire, but there's no guarantee it'll turn into a mine, and if it does, it's a very long lead time to revenue generation. Then there's a third-party acquisition, buying third-party royalties. So it's simple because they already exist, but there's no ability to negotiate the terms. It's become quite crowded, paying a premium, part of a competitive bid process, and historically have provides low returns. At Empress, we're focused on the creation, working with mining companies to create a royalty or stream, and we have that direct relationship with the company. We're able to create flexible structures that work for the goals of all parties, and we're really able to focus our investment dollars on assets that are in production, which will bring revenue into the company. Our investment manager is Endeavor Financial. It's been around for over 30 years. I joined Endeavor Financial as an analyst, moved my way up the ranks, become Director of Structured Finance in London. Working closely with my old team. David Rhodes is the Managing Director. He'll be joining us this afternoon. He's also our Executive Chairman. So this gives me access to their cash flow modelers, financial analysts, geologists, mining engineers, to really be able to punch above our weight in not only sourcing transactions, quickly vetting them, but also be able to execute using the more sophisticated structure of streaming finance. So how we invest, what is our investment focus? We look at the project stage. We're looking at development and production stage assets of both public and private companies. When we come to commodity, we are only gold and silver. So we truly are a precious metals royalty and streaming company. And we're global. We're currently in Peru, Mexico, Mozambique. We're going into jurisdictions we've worked in before, leveraging off our experience, been able to get some great returns as a result of that. The investment size is up to $25 million, and all of our investments have a strong ESG focus. Moving into the portfolio, I'll give you a flavor of what we've done to date, and some of the ones I'm looking at the pipeline are very similar to the ones we've done. So this was our first producing asset, the Cerro Antipite mine, owned by the Sierra Sun Group. This mine was started by Buenaventura in 2002, purchased by the private group Sierra Sun Group in 2016. Over 1 million ounces have been produced to date. We invested $10 million, and for that, we get to buy 4.5% of their gold, up to 11,000 ounces, and then 1% of all their gold production for life of mine. Again, we're paying 20% of spot price. The annual cash flow is $2.2 million, and the net asset value of this is $15 million. Then we have the Talahueros in Durango, Mexico. This is owned by a public company called Luca Mining. This is one where we invested $5 million, and there was some debt, some equity. We were the missing piece. And so we were able to get 100% of their silver, up to 1.25 million ounces, and then we get 20% for 10 years. The returns on this, again, just for a $5 million investment, this is using $21 silver as our base case, is $3 million US coming into the company. The net asset value is $20 million. This company, I think, is also a great example of how we work with our partners. They went through some restructuring. They've got a new CEO in place. The company's really getting on track now. They just got up to 500 tons at the end of June, and they're looking to expand production up to 1,000 tons by the end of the year. So I think it's a good example of working with our partners. Then we have the Manico Gold Royalty. This one's in Mozambique. We invested $3 million. We're getting 3.375% of the gold, up to 95,000 ounces, and then just over 1% life of mine royalty on this one. This one we invested in, the total CapEx on this was $13 million, and we provided the $3 million. The annual cash flow is about $1.6 million, and the net asset value of this is $5 million. This got into production last fall. They've ramped up, and we've been successfully receiving revenue of them for now quite a few months. We also have a development stage asset. We invested in this one over 2 years ago. This is in Zacatecas, Mexico, owned by Candelaria, another public company. We have a 1% royalty across the entire project. They are doing drilling. It is development stage. I think this one has potential of getting very interesting as the project gets advanced. We have an exploration portfolio in Canada of gold assets. These were part of we acquired this portfolio as part of our direct listing onto the TSX-V to qualify as a royalty company. Great to have in the portfolio, but we're much more focused on revenue assets. So here is our projected forecasted gross revenue over the next 5 years. We're forecasting about $6 million using conservative pricing of $17.50 gold and $21 silver. You can see if prices go higher, how much more we can gain from that. It's about $50 million over the next 5 years. And that's if we did nothing else. That's just what is currently in the portfolio. So the value proposition. We are focused on revenue creation. We've invested $19.5 million US to date in those 4 key assets I described. Our net asset value in total for the portfolio is $47 million, and our forecasted revenue for 5 years is about $50 million. Our portfolio IRR is 30%. So when you look at our peers, we are trading on a significant discount on all key metrics. If you look at the P/NAV ratio, it's about 1.18 times in the industry. We're about 0.66 times, so a 44% discount. If you look at the price to cash flow ratio, it's about 17 times. We're at 2.6 times, so very discounted at 85%. The pipeline, what we want to bring into the portfolio. We're currently evaluating a lot of opportunities. I have rejected 4 deals over the last 15 months. If the deal doesn't make sense, we will not advance it. We go through a rigorous due diligence process, but I'm happy to report we've got exclusivity on 2 opportunities, 2 gold streams. Both are in Africa. Both are producers, so we're helping them expand the production. The first one's for $7.5 million. The second one's for $5 million. We've done technical due diligence on both of them, and we've started documentation on one of those. So if these continue to prove out successfully, hopefully we'll bring these into the portfolio. And there's some other opportunities we're looking at. There's one in South America. We're trying to determine whether the structure should be a stream or a royalty at the moment, and that's for about $10 million. Our team. David Rhodes is the chairman from Endeavor Financial. Myself and Jeremy Brond, who's the main principal at Terra Capital Natural Resource Fund in Australia, all large shareholders, and we're the investment committee. We have Natasha Kieran, who's a lawyer, a mining finance lawyer, who's our lead director. Paul Mainwaring is a CFA from London, and Wes Roberts is a mining engineer based out of Toronto. The team, we're a small team. Our G&A is about 1.7 million US. It's myself, Rich, who's our global VP for origination and sourcing deals out of New York, investment banker and mining engineer. Recently, we just appointed Javier as our CFO. He was the CFO of Eli Royalty. Caitlin, who's with me at the conference as well, who's our VP marketing. Michelle Borthwick just recently joined the team as our corporate secretary. We worked together 25 years ago at Endeavor Financial, so it's great to be working with her again. And David Lang's our technical advisor, over 35 years of experience, mining engineer. He's built mines, operated mines. We also work together at Endeavor Financial. Our capital structure, we have a strong shareholder base. Management and strategic partners, we own 25% of the business. 35% is held by institutions and funds and strategic investors like Rick Rule. We've got Maria from Sprott, Frank Holmes from US Global, just to mention a few of our supportive shareholders. And roughly 40% is in the public float. Shares outstanding, just about 120 million. Our market cap in Canadian is $35 million. We have just over $1 million in cash. We currently have debt of about 2.9 million. We did a debt facility with Nabari for 15 million, like an accordion-style loan. We've got $10 million available to us, but I'm in the process of talking with other groups to restructure that debt right now. We have research coverage from Red Cloud and Research Capital. So, near-term catalysts. Sierra's increasing its production capacity. Talahueto's ramping up. They'll get to 1,000 tons expected by the end of this year. Manica's ramping up production. All of that bringing more revenue into Empress. And as I mentioned, there's some exciting opportunities in our pipeline to further expand our portfolio with new investments and bring more revenue in. As a recap, we've invested $19.5 million to date into 4 key assets. We're forecasting over $50 million over the next 5 years. Our net asset value of the portfolio is $47 million, and our market cap is just $27 million US. So I will be around, and so will Caitlin and David Rhodes until Thursday. Please come see us at the booth. We're giving another presentation this afternoon, more of a chat. And yeah, if you see us, grab us. I would love to talk to you more about our company. We're obviously all very passionate about it, and it would be great to meet with you. Thank you very much.